Imagine this, imagine that. When you dream, a wasted world, a broken screen. You wake up, you wake up. You wake up, you'll wake up someday. Imagine all the books you've read. Imagine they've been erased from your head. You wake up, you wake up now. You wake up, you wake up now.
Peace, love.
Hopefully it's not frozen. Hey, it's not. Yay! Hi, everyone. So the studio is a bit of a mess. The only thing that looks good in this whole entire thing is the synth cam, which is funny because look where it is. Look. Synth cam. See where it is? It's mounted above my logo, Lego. It's like, it's nifty. I made a whole new stand for it. Yes. But hi, everyone. Todd on Facebook asks, was there ever a thought of naming the fourth album Love? Not really. Not truly. I mean, we could have, but, well, it didn't happen. It didn't work out that way. Thank you. Luis Benavides Castillo. We are here from Costa Rica. Sounds great. Yes. Costa Rica. That's so awesome. So here I am in the studio, of course. And just want to say hi to everyone before we get into whatever it is we're going to get into tonight. So I did this wonderful interview on I believe it was Sunday. I had to think about it. Wait, was it Sunday or Saturday? Man, I'm so forgetful. But there's the link that I just popped in there, care of Mai. Thank you so much, Mai. Mai was there with Jim, and we talked for a couple hours on so many different things. But one of the questions that Jim asked me about was related to the tribute album that had come out. It's been a few years now, which is crazy because it seems like this is my problem with time, which I'm going to explain as we get into. Stay up there. That camera fell, but anyway, I'll get into that later. But so, yeah. Anyway, I have this problem with time where I think I have a lot more of it than I do, or sometimes it slips from me, and I think that certain projects are not that far off and they turn out to be way far off. Hence, there's no Love album, as was the question there. And I got to remember what camera I'm looking at since this whole room has changed. That one, right? Yeah. Okay. Let me know that you can hear me, by the way. Give me a little thumbs up there on the video or something that you can hear me okay, because I had some problems today because I've been switching the studio back and forth between stream mode, recording mode, and mastering mode. And it is a bit of a stretch. It does make the room a little different, but awesome. Thank you. Let's hope that volume persists. So my little intro there and the song that I was working on. So let me explain something about some mistakes that I make all the time, and we're going to get into my mistakes. That's what we're going to talk about, is mistakes I've made with recordings and whatnot. But one of the ones that I keep making more recently is that I work on patches and I work on things that are very complex, and instead of trying to record them in the moment and make sure that I've got everything down, they get lost. So I've been trying to get better at that, because as the album comes closer, the second half or the second part of the album, or whatever it is we're going to call it at this point, because I have no idea what it is, it will become apparent that there are certain things that you cannot do over. Let me give you an example. The sound that I was playing, I don't know where it began, but I can't get it back. No matter what I do, it's never going to get back to where it started. It's not going to come back because it's too complex. There's a lot of things happening here. There's literally about 100 controllers between the two, and it started off as one thing and it could end up in another. So I've made a decision that certain songs... Oh, thank you, Max, for that. This is my tour shirt from 2022. The only red one. Actually, there was two, but anyway. So the idea is, what are some of the mistakes that I'm making that I could be doing better with? And a lot of them have a lot to do with hats that I refuse to wear, or hats that I don't wear very eloquently. So anyway, so we're going to get into that sort of thing. I'm going to go through, like, I don't know, this wasn't planned. So anything that I say may and probably will be used against me, which is fine. But yeah, so, you know. So we're talking about career faux pas and things of that nature. But I'm also going to talk about how there is this new idea in my head about the way things should go. And you may not agree, actually, which is the interesting part, is that most might not agree with my theories on certain things. But anyway, I digress. Oh shit, that means I gotta drink this. Salud. Anyway, this whole thing was going to start with a fan video that I got a while back, and I don't know if I've ever played it, but it was a fan video. So I thought I would play it. I was going to start the whole thing with this. And see, this is what happened. I opened up a patch that I was working on, and I realized, oh, that's right, I had a song in here. Turns out I had recorded like maybe 6 song ideas that I didn't get a chance to really flesh out. And I'm not that type of person. So I've realized that the way that I work is very interesting. And I don't know, it may seem boring to you, but it's very interesting to me. And I think we talked about it a little bit on the interview, but we were talking about some of my favorite sounds, and static and noise was one of them, especially if I could make them musical. The problem is that when you make sounds like that, they're not easy to save. Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Nice to see you here, Jay Wires. Cheers. So it becomes a difficult thing to navigate what I consider to be like, this is a demo song where I'm going to write some stuff, and usually I get an idea. Like if I have drums and I start to get a lot of different instruments in the mix, I start to kind of flesh out an idea that a song is going to happen. And if it does, I consider that a production decision to continue and to keep going. But then there's times where I'll take a song idea and it goes into its very own direction, and it's a very, what I would call a very 1950s approach, which is hit record, get the recording because it's hot, it's coming in, and whatever is happening, and then you're never able to recapture it. And so some of the errors I've made in the past was to make sure that those recordings weren't as high quality as they should be. So that's an error. But the other error that I have is that sometimes I can't beat it, but I think, well, I can't release it because I never actually finished it, or it isn't finished per se, which then goes down the rabbit hole of, well, let's bring it into the studio and try to sequence it out and try all this. But of course, the sounds are gone. The way the sounds started off are gone. There's no way to recreate it. And so we have this conundrum of like, what do you do with this material? Like, what do you do with stuff like that? So it's a little bit of a difficult thing. So anyway, so tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about those kinds of processes. So some of it may seem boring, but what I'm hoping is that if someone's listening out there who makes music and is not trying to be what I call of the Pop-Tart mold, and I'll get into that, to take it easy on yourself and do what you do the way you do it. Stand by your vision, because that's all you've got, right? So this is what, wow, that's a very good question, my friend. So Luis Benavides Castillo on Facebook says, could you describe what kind of sounds are used to express pain? Well, that's an interesting question, because you could have, well, I think of it as ¿cómo se dice? It's a subconscious thing. So you could have something where the sound is very pretty, and the sound is very cute, but the words that come out for some reason are not cute. This is sort of the anything box thing, by the way. Happy sad music is what somebody described it as once, because you'll have this feeling where you think the sound is pretty and the melody may be pretty, but the lyrics that come out of your subconscious are not. And so this is what happens. So, I don't make conscious choices on that. Like, I don't say, oh, this is a sad sounding sound, so I'm going to write a sad sounding lyric to it. That isn't quite how it works for me. I think that for me, it's sort of like jamming. I will jam with a sound until something happens. And then when something happens, well, then something happens. So I don't know. Like, what are you going to do with that? Maybe nothing. I don't know. What are you going to do with it? Yeah, so I don't know. So it's not so much. So it's a funny thing because I like to play with things that are off kilter. Uh, whoa, my sense. I had an MRI yesterday and it sounded a bit like that. Well, you see. So, what sound represents coffee spilling on a laptop? Asking for a friend. Followed by, oh my God. Yeah, that's the sound, Mikey. Mike Zazak in the house. Yeah, thank you. So anyway, so we're going to talk about a lot about sound and all this, but getting back to the podcast I was on, we touched on so many different subjects, and one of the questions that Jim asked me was, when are you going to release, the tribute, the Oblivion tribute thing on disc? And it was supposed to happen, and I had worked on it, and my answer was that it had a lot to do with the artwork and that I wasn't quite satisfied. But then I realized it was also the layout. And I kind of put it off. The idea was, well, I'll get back to it. And it's one of those time slip things where I realized I let way too much time go by, and then I just forgot all about it. Like, other things came up. And of course, in every part of a career where you do this all the time, you do have sometimes narrow windows of time. But anyway, we're going to talk about that too. Narrow windows of time. But if you're just joining us, you have just entered into the Claude Zone, the live stream where we're talking about past errors that I keep repeating, and it's more of a warning to myself, but it may help others out there. So that's what we're talking about. And while I have the overhead on, and we have this nice UFO cam. Let's play a request. I got a request from, so this is what I'm going to do that's new. Hold on. Let me switch back to the camera. So hopefully it didn't freeze. It didn't freeze. Yay! Camera number 1. Do not freeze. This is my favorite camera, but it's the one that always freezes. And then you know what happens when it freezes. Like what happened last time when it froze. Anyway, there's something I'm going to start doing from now on, which is on Thursdays, I'm going to post on X that you should get your requests in on songs or questions. And if I pick your requests, I'm going to dedicate them to you. That's just because that's just what I want to do. I thought that's an easy way to pick 3 songs. Just have them request it. Problem solved. Sometimes I don't have an exact plan for this thing. So I have 3 requests for tonight, and I'm going to call each and every one of them out. So the first one that I'm going to play was a request from Wendy on X for Decades. However, I'm not going to play the version that's on Worth. I'm going to play Decades' very first recording, which is a little different and not usually played. So I'll turn on some sort of cam. I think yeah, 35 minutes. That sounds good. Yeah, I'll turn this one on. And here we go. Decades, the very first recording. I hear a sound in the corridor, a screaming child I can't ignore. Goes on and on and on. I press my ears. I can't make it go away. Do we understand that this is life? Do we understand anything? Take my heart, I love you so. Take my heart, there's laughter in the villages, a holiday beneath the moon. Across the world somebody died, and still I will feel this emptiness. Do we understand that this is living? Do we understand that life is precious? Do we understand that this is living? Take my heart, I love you so. Take my heart, I love you All I want to do is sleep, regress into subconscious dreams, eluding all the outside thoughts. I have nowhere else to turn. Take my heart, I love you so. Take my heart, I So yeah. Oh man, so many nice questions there. Yeah. So J Wires is asking about the synths that were used, so I'm gonna get nerdy here. So yeah, on that one it was ESQ1, definitely a Juno. The Juno was played live because it wasn't, you couldn't sequence it. And It was an MPC, and with my own little collection of sounds. And uh, Luis says, "Will you play this one in Costa Rica, please?" Yeah, yeah. I can't promise because not everything is always doable. But you know, it depends. If I'm in the mood, that one's a really hard one now as I've gotten older because it's got some really high notes. Um, but you know, but it's not. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's not. Um, so you know, it's one of those things where uh, I try to put. I don't want to put one that's so difficult in the set that it kind of takes away from the others, where I have to kind of struggle to keep. You know, so I can't say that I would, but you know, but I've done it. I've done it a couple times actually. I've done it. Um, uh, that's so rad. That's so rad, Hugo. On Facebook says, I think we were the loudest right up front. My sister requested Blue Little Rose and she was thrilled that you played it. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Valdemar Lou says, Brazil loves you. Thank you. Why, thank you. Thank you because of that. Thank you. So, um, so yeah, we were talking about certain things that have to do with errors. And when I say errors, I mean things where I mess up. Like I was reading, so there was this article I was reading about an indie musician who is literally getting so much hate on his first record, but he used it to basically fuel his fire, and he wound up getting over 1 million listeners on Spotify. And it all had to do with the fact that he stuck to his guns. And I thought that was really cool, a really good story. And sometimes, you know, I get a little disheartened because people say, how come you don't have more than, like, AVOX should have a lot more than this number of people listening and blah, blah, blah. And what the heck is going on with your career, man? Like, all this weird stuff. And then I feel bad about it because 99.9% of the problem is that I have a team, but my team is very focused on live performance stuff, which is good, meaning that I get gigs, and that's a really important part of my career. Don't get me wrong, without gigs, I don't survive. So I think gigs are the most important part. But the other side of it is I have to wear the different hats, and we should be doing more to promote and do promos and things, but you know, it's me being so anti Pop Tart, which sometimes is it kind of is detrimental to my own path, you know, because there's a lot of stuff that I could be doing, and you know, so I've been thinking about this stuff a lot with the new record, and I definitely want to do more. And of course, like I said, when Jim brought that up on Sunday, or was it Saturday? God, my help me. Was it Saturday or was it Sunday? I thought it was Sunday. I think it was Saturday actually. I think it was Saturday. Why am I like losing it here? But anyway, yes, I have to make a few announcements before we continue. Thank you for reminding me. Let's get to those right now because, you know, it's good to get to the important stuff. So the important stuff is that on March the 29th, I will be in Syntheside on TV at TVI in Brooklyn. It's so funny they put Top Track as Kiss of Love on that flyer. I'm just looking at their flyer. But yeah, that's going to be the next show coming up, and that's coming right up. And I'm going to be doing some rehearsals coming up next week. And but yeah, if you ever want to know like what shows I have or where I'm playing, the best place to do that is anythingbox.com, of course, because that's where all the ticket links are. And there's going to be more cities announced. Not everything is on there. I don't tend to put it on the site until it's set in stone. But yeah, there's some interesting ones coming up. So, you know, keep an eye out. But yes, Brooklyn on March 29th. So I hope you guys will make it, buy your tickets, all that jazz, all that kind of stuff I'm supposed to say, and not be a. But of course, it's me. I'm going to be like, I don't want to be a pop top. I don't want to market things. I don't. I don't like it. But you know what it is? Well, I shouldn't even say that I don't like it. It's because I'm actually pretty good at it when I sit down to do it. It's just I really don't like doing it when I have music inside or art inside and I just want to be in the studio all the time. And it's difficult to wear that hat. I'll be honest with you. It's a very, very difficult hat to wear when I want to be like mostly in the studio and then I find myself having to worry about all this other stuff. So anyway, I'm going to be playing sounds that I made up. These are all sounds, by the way, that all come from this weird, stupidly strange synth. Here, I'll show it to you because I just want to. It looks like this. You can't even tell what it does or anything. The part that looks like stripes is literally that's all it is. And as you slide things up and down the stripes that you see on the screen, things make noise. So I hooked it up to all of my controllers, and this is one of my favorite synths because I could do these weird things but never know how to get there. It's just, this is what you get. In an instant I can just make noise. Which I love. It's still going, right? Yeah, still going. Nice. I'm gonna have a drink because I need it. But no, everything got fixed. When he says "go figure," it happens during the Q stream. Oh wait, what happened to your? Like something went out. Oh, those weird sounds in your house. Yeah, it's probably this. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Last night I was working late, and I stepped out of the room, and then I heard this huge bang in the studio, and I was like, "Shit! Something fell off the shelf." And I came back in, and when I walked in, I couldn't tell what had happened. I couldn't see anything. And then the next morning, I found this. The lens that's up there, all the way at the roof, it's literally... hold on. You can't see shit because I have all these weird things on. Hide those things. Thank you. It's the camera that's way up there in the ceiling, almost pointing down. The lens fell off and it hit the ground, and I think it would have probably hit me in the head, which is kind of funny. But anyway, I had to take the whole rig down this morning and fix it, and it looks okay. It looks like it's fine. At least we can, we've done a triage of lights now, so the lights are better. So that's kind of looking good. So anyway, I'm happy about that. No, Steve, to Brooklyn. That's so funny, Steve. Ollie says, saludos desde Mexico. Hi, man. What's up? It's happening. Steven is asking, when are you coming to El Paso? Soon. Keep looking at anythingbox.com or show up on X or Meta or Instagram, but all that stuff. But I'm going to tell you right now that the best place to follow me, the absolute best, and I'm not joking, it's not a joke, the best place to follow me right now is going to be Bandcamp. I'm going to start, I'm going to make a concerted effort to keep certain things only to the very few people that are like signed up to Bandcamp. That doesn't mean you have to buy anything, but you do have to follow me there. You can't just go in and see what I've written. you have to be a member. And there's some reason to that because there's some exclusivity things that I want to do. And so, Esteban Soto says, "Hey Claude, I wrote a brief memoir about our mutual shows during the El Paso Club 101 era. Great memories. Just thought I'd share." Ooh, nice. Hold on a second. Let's pull this up. Let's pull that up. Ooh, man. Nice. So he shared a very cool thing here. I'm gonna pop that link in the main chat so everyone can see it no matter where I'm streaming from. Here, I'll show it to you. So he sent me this. How New Wave saved my life. Oh, LIM. Yeah, of course I remember that. Club 101. Wow, that's cool, man. That is so cool. Yeah. I'm definitely going to be reading this, and I just well, I'm tempted to read it now, but of course, I'm on the stream right now, but I probably would just sit down and read it. So I'm going to read it, and what I'm going to do is I just put it on the link so that everybody can get it, Javier from Argentina. Hi, man. ¿Cómo estás? Argentina. Yay. Sorry. LIM. That's so cool, man. That's so cool, Esteban. I just posted the link everywhere, so I hope people read that article. I'm gonna read it like literally after I finish the stream. I'm just gonna read it. I have it bookmarked already, and I'll share it. So anyway, I was talking about errors that I make, and I make them routinely. So one of them, which I know some people that I know are definitely going to be like, "Yep, that's true." I'm not great at returning phone calls, which is a terrible thing to admit, but I am. I'm really, really terrible at returning phone calls. And on a professional side of things, on the career side of things, if I didn't have management, my career would probably go like further down than it already has because I just never answer my phone. Like I literally never answer my phone because I get so many calls, I get so many emails, I get so many DMs that it becomes overwhelming. So I don't know what to do. So it's like this part of me, like flight or fight, and I just fly. I just go running. You know what I mean? So it's a sad thing to say, So, but yeah, so I never return phone calls. I'm terrible at returning phone calls. I'm going to try to get better at that, but it's not an excuse, but it's also the fact that I am like literally like I'm sometimes pulled in so many directions that it's unbelievable how I manage what I do manage. And so like, it's a tough thing, man. I try. I do the best I can, all right? So to anyone who I've snubbed by not returning phone calls, yep, that's why. That's right. Yeah, no, Mikey's right. Mikey says even way back then I did all the calls, meetings, and etc. He did. Mikey used to set up all that stuff because I would be either in the studio recording something, or I would be designing the flyers, or I would be like having some emotional crisis related to all three things. And that part of me hasn't really changed. I've gotten more, obviously, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more mature and I can handle more of a workload. But honestly, it is really hard to do all that stuff. It really is. It's not something that I enjoy the brainstorming of the ideas of like, having to promote and do ads and all that stuff. Like I love the brainstorming part, but I don't like having to sit there in front of like Meta and like, okay, now we're going to design an ad for the album that's going to run for 2 months and blah, blah, blah. Like I'm not that guy, and it's really hard. So we said we were going to talk about this a lot last stream because a couple of younger bands popped in on the stream and said, well, how would you promote something? And, like, what would you do for promotion? And I even answered that I'm probably the last person you want to ask because I'm terrible at it. But that's not exactly true. It's that it's overwhelming sometimes. So I will tell you this. If you're not savvy at it and you're not the type of person to do all that kind of stuff that you read about that you should be doing in this day and age of the attention span wars and, you know, pop stardom and all that crap. If you're not willing to do all this stuff that you need to do to work your record, then you need to find someone that is liking to do that job. And you have to be the person that sits in the background doing the music, but you got to entrust it to someone else. You can't handle it all on your own. If you're going to handle it all on your own, you better be equipped for it. And I'm telling you from experience, I'm not even equipped for it. So anyway, getting back to Jim. So we were talking about, you know, the tribute record that didn't happen. I mean, it's on Bandcamp, and that's great that it's on Bandcamp, but he asked me if the CD version was ever going to come out, and so I'm committing now. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. I'm going to do it because I revisited all the artwork, and actually I was wrong. It wasn't that bad. I just had to fix a few things. So now I'm going to do it. So that's in the works. So I'm adding that to my queue of stuff to work. And then the other thing was I've gotten a couple of emails about the 12-inch as far as like, you know, you sold out and are you going to have more? Are you going to do a second printing? So the answer to that question is complex because from a limited edition standpoint, I don't think so. But anyway, it's you know, well, see, Jaywire says, yeah, I'm finding it impossible to even want to promote my music. Yeah, I know. It's a difficult thing because we're not built for it. And I mean, at some point we gotta like step back and say like, should someone else be doing this? Who can I trust? Will they have my vision right? And, you know, I like to get my fingers and everything. So I need to get better at it. So I am going to do better with it, at least from my side. I'm going to try to make it happen. Although, like I said, Pop-Tarts annoy me. So you're going to have to forgive me if I start going into Pop-Tart territory, you know, and doing weird things. Because, you know, that's just the way I am. I do weird things from time to time. I do. So anyway, I'm going to play a song. Because I'm talking out of my ass now and I can tell. So this is from the diary. This was a request from Claudio B, who's listening. And that's awesome that you're here, Claudio. I was thinking about you today, by the way. So I don't know why he chose this one, but this was the reason that I changed my mind and said that from now on, I'm going to do three. Yes, I did. I digress. We'll be drunk by the end of the stream. Or at least tipsy. That rosé. But, wow. Juan says, hi, Claude. I listened to your first album in El Paso, Texas. I live in Arizona. Wonder if you will do a live show here. Phoenix, Scottsdale. It's in the works. I'm actually in planning stages. In fact, I'm going to be in Phoenix in April to attend a DJ gig, which I'm not going to say where it is or what it is. You're going to have to kind of like look on the A-Box page for that. But yeah, no, I'm going to Phoenix to check out some stuff, and we're trying to get Phoenix on board. So, you know, things are going to happen. So anyway, here we go. Yeah, I think, yeah, Moon is fine. The Moon is fine for this one. Here we go. This is called Moth.
Surrounded by pictures that I don't understand. They were made by my hand, but I don't comprehend. become? Who have I become? I write in my pages these empty words. I write in my pages the song that you heard. Who have I become? Who have I become? I wore a half heart around my neck. It bled me from reason, and I still lament. Have I become? Who have I become? Who have I become? Who have I become?
Ooh, a bit on the heavy side. Oh, that one. Yeah. Good choice, though. I hadn't heard it in a long time, and I was like, oh, man. So, yeah. Well, it's interesting that you should pick that one because that was an interesting. Oh. The camera froze. Love it. Oh, man. Talk about like, what happened, dude? I think it's frozen for good, folks. Yeah, no. Oh, it's trying. Oh, there we go. I think we're gonna have to do without this one for tonight because it's acting weird. I can tell. It's like, At least it didn't freeze like 5 hours ago. Like when I was like unshaven and in my bathrobe. That would have been worse. So what I was saying was, oh man, it's like way off. Look at that. Like, holy cow. It's like way off. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm going to go for this one that at least I know it's normal. It's acting normal. Even though like for whatever reason it's like in the wrong position or something. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. That's better. This is what you can expect when you're on this thing. Oh my gosh. Talk about the geriatric. Oh my god, that's fucking funny. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh man. So thank you. So yeah, anyway, getting back to the interesting thing about that choice that Claudio made. It's always strange saying your name and then knowing that my name is also Claudio, because then it's like becomes like, what am I talking about? No, it's just me. But anyway, but Claudio brings up a good point by bringing up that particular track And it was that entire record, when I made that album, the Dyer's third album, it was all made with this piece of equipment right here. That was it. That was the entire album, was recorded on this little tiny 24-bit tiny recorder. And basically it was like around here. I sang, I played, I counted to 10, hoped for the best, and that was it. And the idea, because the idea was to make a blues record, it seemed like it was going to be an easy thing to do, right? And it wasn't. It totally wasn't. It required a lot of post-production and different things to happen. But the initial recordings were what they were. And in some cases, some of the lyrics were made up on the spot. So I'm just going to say it. I'm pretty good at that. I know that that's my niche. I'm good at it. So I'm much better at getting a bunch of different sounds together and then just going for it. I'm better at that than I am at let's lay down track 1, track 2, track 3. I'll do both, but I think I'm actually better when I don't do that. So with the new record, like I said, it's almost in two parts. So the first part is going to be that thing, like I said, from 89 to in the 2000s, all the A-Box songs that were, you know what I mean? The songs that were never recorded properly. I did them. I did record them properly, or the best that I could properly. But part 2 is very different. I decided to, and I didn't talk about this, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit because it's going to be a while before you hear stuff from this particular record. But what I was doing that I think is different, and I'm actually really enjoying it, was I was coming up with exercises for myself where, could I make a song out of just one sample, out of one sound coming from this one machine? Could I record in the bathroom with the microphone in the bathtub? That kind of stuff. And like, I was surprised at the creative side that comes out when you do these things. So I want to do more of that. So I'm actually closer to what I just played, except that I want to do it with electronics. So hence, the weird stuff. So, different things are going to happen. But the error that I made was that a lot of times I'll do something and I won't record it. And then it'll be like 4 hours of noodling, and then I'm like, oh man, I didn't record any of it. And there's some stuff that I think is worth recording, and then I forget to hit the record button. So one of the reasons that I reset up the studio in the way that I have is twofold. So, and this is just me wanting to talk about technique. So if this helps anybody try doing new things, that's great. So there's a couple of different techniques that I'll use, and I think that they're worthwhile things to try on your own. So one method is, of course, let's open our digital audio workstation and work in Ableton, so that if at least I have an idea, at least I have something that I've committed, right? I've committed it to some sort of, for lack of a better word, tape. So that's one way. Although it's become more rare that I'm in the DAW to work. The DAW comes in later when I'm already in the production phase. So unfortunately, when I'm writing, it's not my first stop. It should be, but it isn't. So I'm going to change that. But that's one method. But another reason that I changed the studio around was for method number 2 and 3. Method number 2 is that just as I'm streaming to you right now, my software can just record videos of me just doing whatever. And since it accepts all the sounds and you got to admit, the quality is very good as far as I know YouTube screws it up, but everything coming from here and my microphone and my rack unit is super clean. So if I can go into anything that's recording me, I'm likely to get a very good sound out of it. And in fact, 2 songs I was able to do exactly that way with just one of the cameras pointing at me, although not the one that always screws up, which I bet you it's Frozen. Let's see. Frozen cam. No, it's not Frozen. I was kidding. I was trying to fool you there, but it didn't work. But anyway, my point is that I try different techniques to get things done. And I'm finding out that sometimes that is the better way than to make the error of not recording at all. Like if you forget, you know. So Eric, you brought up an interesting point here. So he says, he's on Facebook, Eric, and it says, sometimes I make mistakes on my drawings. Like I forgot to put these lines on it or highlights. And I'm like, damn, so now I'll have to go back and draw it. Well, see, that's just it. At least you go back and draw it. I tend to abandon it altogether. Like I won't go back. So that's another thing I have learned about my own personality type is finish it while you can and while it's hot in your mind to finish it, because you may not get back to it. I will get into like 10 different projects and maybe it'll take me months, maybe even years to get back to a song. So it's one of those things where I need to be more conscious of it. And then the other side of it is, I'm going to play a song first. I'm going to play a song because we have a lot to get through. But anyway, yeah, you don't have to hear my BS stuff. Give Up the Monsters. And this one was requested by JP. I'm going to play JP's request on X. If you ever want to hear something, you just got to tell me what it is, and I'll not only play it, but I'll mention you in the process. Give Up the Monsters from the second Diary album.
Give up the monster sleeping under your bed. Give up the hooligans hanging round your head. To take control and seize your heart, you lose yourself before you start. I think it's time for me to walk, but not before I've said it all. I think it's time for you and me to wake up. I think it's time for you and me to wake up.
I messed up. I was gonna come right on that. Oh, anyway. Yeah, my girlfriend loves this song. Um, well, she likes. There's three that she really likes. If you guys can guess what those three are, I'll play them next week. Um, oh, thank you, thank you. I played those drums. I'm in a mood now. It must be the vino. Um, so yeah, so that's the end. You only get like if I don't see enough requests on X, that's it. So those were the three that are, you know, those are the three that were requests. So thank you to Claudio for the request, Wendy and JP. See, so that's what I'm gonna do every week, three. But I have some cool stuff to play anyway because Jim got me thinking. Jim and my on the a soul of synth pop. Um, so that's right, Mai. That's right. That is actually correct. Esther loves Beat of Life, man. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say that. Anyway, so you guys brought up the whole idea of the tribute thing being released as a CD, and then it got me thinking, and I hadn't heard it in a while, and today I actually found myself listening to it. So the rest of the evening will not be anything box performing or playing, but it'll be other bands doing A-Box songs that are from that record because some of it was really, really good. And I picked a few that are off kilter. So I think that would be kind of cool. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. In this next, hour is going to be dedicated to those tracks, some of those tracks. But anyway, so yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm going to go back to the original layout, get it done, get those masters over, and then get a limited edition CD done for that particular release because it deserves it. So I'll give a show of hands on Bandcamp to see how how that's gonna work, and if you guys are up to it, I will do it. But quick update: CDs are on the way. I got a feeling that they'll be here probably after the Brooklyn show. I was hoping they'd get here before the Brooklyn show, but I got a feeling they're gonna make it, excuse me, after the Brooklyn show. So unfortunately, I won't have the discs by then. As far as the vinyl, they're still a ways away because vinyl takes forever. But they look like they're gonna be on time. So that's good. And like I said, I'm considering doing another pressing, but again, I'm gonna feel that out in the next coming days. I will feel how that works, and I'm gonna look at all the promo things that we have to get done, which I don't want to do, and then we'll see where that is. But meanwhile, in other news, I spent this whole week working on the albums. I was in the studio every single day this week, which was good, man. So, are you talking about me? I talk too much? Because if that's fine, yeah, I don't mind. I'll just play music the whole time. I'll just be like, meh. But but anyway, but thank you all for being here so far. I'm happy that you're all here, actually. The channel's growing, which is great, and that's good. So, but all things good. All things are good. I'm working on the record. It's working. But now that it's getting a little bit warmer, I'm going to be doing more road trippy things to show the backside of the record, like how things are made, because there's a lot of things that I think are interesting about what's coming, and me sitting here talking in the studio isn't going to do it justice. So expect the unexpected. Some stuff is coming. Some stuff is coming for sure. I didn't spend this entire week 24/7 in the studio for nothing. That's for sure. So anyway, here we go. Let's play some music. So this is Eloquent doing Every Single Day. Let's turn on the moon chat, shall we? And then that way we can just chat while we listen.
Every single day, I'll give you my heart, I'll give you my soul.
every single day. I'll give you my heart, I'll give you my soul.
Whoops, look at that. Oh, synth camp. Ooh, what do we got? Oh my gosh, funny. I'm gonna leave that on all night, I swear. I'm gonna play it during like every single track. And let's see, did it freeze? No! Good cam is alright. It's decided not to freeze, which is good. So look, subscribe and all that good stuff because, you know. So yes, Eloquent did a wonderful job. Jay Wires asked me, you know, if it's weird listening to someone else do my stuff. And it's strange because I don't, it's almost as if it's an alternate universe and I am just experiencing the song from a different perspective. And so it's always thrilling to me. I don't try to dissect it and like, or I wouldn't sing it like that, or oh man, I would never do it. Like I don't do any of that. I take it at face value. Same goes with covers. When I see covers on YouTube and stuff, it's just I look at them as interpretations, and I could kick myself that I just want to pinch myself basically and say like, wow, I can't believe like someone actually thought the song was good enough to just sit down and do a cover of it. So I feel very honored by it, to be honest. So the connection comes more from the honor of it being what it is, not so much like, oh, it's my song and like, what are they doing? I know there's artists out there that if someone covers them, they get all like, you know what I mean? So, but not me. I have this feeling like I get really humbled by it because I feel like I'm very lucky that I could have a song that someone wants to cover. So to me, it's like, wow, I can't believe that's happening. Feels so good. So no, I like it. I like it. Although, like I said, it is a strange feeling, but you know, it is what it is. Obviously, it's not so bad. So anyway, look, we have half an hour left, so I've got more songs to play. So I'm going to like talk very little. We're just going to listen to some music, but you can ask me any question you like about just about anything you want. Wendy says, there was a song you shared maybe about a month ago. It was a cover of Carmen, and there's more to that. I got another one recently too, but I'll play that one next week because it's kind of cool. But anyway, but yeah, it was Carmen. I posted another cover. It was fantastic, actually. It was a really good cover of Carmen. Put our own playing to shame, actually, which is funny. That's the other part that's funny about covers, is that someone might play it or produce it better than you could. And, you know, your ego has to step back and go, damn, they really did a good job. Which is why I'm going to play this next one, because that is exactly the setup of this one. I felt, for example, sorry, pulling it up here. I felt this was an excellent rendition of one of the A-Box songs. So anyway, back to the moon chat. We can keep talking. And here we go. Kiss of Love by Theater People. I love the voice buildups that he did. That was like brilliant, and I totally love that the ending went to like a little bit of a darker side. You know what I mean? So, um, so answering Jay Wire's question here, and I'm about to sneeze. Don't worry, you can't catch anything other than like a smile or probably a good feeling. I know everybody's getting sleepy. Did you ever feel your cover was better than your version? I'm kind of worried about that too. You know, I'll put it to you this way. Yes and no. Like, yeah, maybe like, oh, the production will be better, or like, like it just happened actually. I just admitted it. So a couple weeks ago, I got to hear a cover of Carmen that was done by playing acoustic guitar to do most of the synth parts, and it was amazing. It was stellar. It was so good that I had to contact the artist and talk to him. And I can't reveal the or divulge the contents of that discussion just yet, but I was enthralled with it because it was played so well. And um, so, yeah, it was fantastic. Um, so, yeah, I would say on the production side, the there's a part of me, it's going to sound terrible. Well, I'll put it this way: the egotist side of me is going to say, well, my voice is my voice, so it can't be better since I wrote it unless that person has all the emotions that I felt, and that would be hard to top. Not technically, but on an emotional level. So I guess it goes back to what I said earlier. I detach, and it's their song, their version of a song. So it's not what's better. Because I'll tell you something. I did a version of Love Will Tear Us Apart, and I've had people tell me like, "Oh, I love this version better than." And I'm like, "No, don't say that to me, because it's awful. Like I won't accept it." So I would say that no, I don't think I would have those feelings. Exactly. Emotionally, the song is mine and nobody else's, and that's the best way to put it. So, right. So, talking with Jay Wires here, says, well, Carmen does have a lot of guitar-like synth sounds. Yeah. So imagine when someone like lays it out acoustically and it sounds gorgeous, and that's exactly what happened. So I was like, wow, I couldn't have played this like this, and I wouldn't have wanted to. But did I want to sing on it? Absolutely. So like there's those kinds of things that can happen, but no, I don't worry. I don't worry too much about covers in that sense of the word, especially nowadays, because if anyone wanted to cover some of the stuff I'm writing, man, that would be like already a chore. I could see when it was more of the pop stuff. But but there's that, of course, collaborations. But anyway, but yeah. No, I was just glad that Jim and Mai brought this up last week because you know uh, he brought it up basically the tribute record, and I hadn't listened to it in a long time. And when I sat down to really really listen to it, um, you know, I kind of felt like I hadn't revisited it in a while, and it blew me away. Um, so that's what I'm trying to say. Is so it was nice to revisit it this week, and I wanted to play stuff from this particular tribute thing, which was fantastic, by the way. What they did and why they did it was really amazing, and I'm eternally grateful for it. Um, they got me out of a very dark period, and so I will always be grateful for that. Um, so that's the case. But Ooh, you know what's funny about that, Mai? That's next on my list. Oh my God, you almost called it. You psychically called that one. Pacific Deep's cover of Rise hits me different. Yes, it does. Um, so I'm gonna play that one next. Because it was definitely one of the ones that stuck out in my mind. Well, they all had their thing. Like, that's just it. I could have played the whole record tonight. They each had their thing. But it was something about the way that I liked the way certain parts of it were reinterpreted. And so to me, you know, ooh, Steve. Of course, Steve, you were going to come up with the hard question. Ah, crap. So, all right. So Steve's asking me, do you prefer covers when they follow the same genre, a synth band doing a synth cover, or do you prefer a crossover of genres, a metal band doing a synth song, or a country band doing a hip hop song? If you're asking me, I see you said you're asking this of the entire chat, but me personally, I would love it more if someone completely does like a weird cover of one of my songs and it's like a country song or something, like something funny like that. That would be like an honor beyond honor for me. By the way, I haven't heard it, but supposedly, there's a metal cover of I Felt the Pain out there somewhere, and I haven't heard it yet by a famous band. Because I know that famous band reached out to me and said, "Is it okay if we do it?" And I said, "Sure." But hint, they're from El Paso. Tell me what heavy metal band I'm talking about, and if you've heard it, send it my way because I have not heard it. But apparently, it was recorded and it sounded really good. I just have never heard it. So I'd love to hear it. But anyway, you tell me who you think it is. But anyway, I'm going to play another song because, like I said, time's a wasting. This is Rise from Pacific Deep.
I can watch the time go by like a broken tape machine, playing over all the parts of a forgotten scene.
Oops.
We can rise so high above the great divided skies. We can make ourselves believe we know the reason why. So rise, we will rise above it all. 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 We will all ascend.
What an awesome cover that is. I really, really love that one a lot. Sorry, is this camera messed up? What is happening with my cameras tonight, man? Like, they're all acting funky. Stop. Okay. They're all like going crazy. And my head looks funny with my headphones like this. But what album? I don't know what album. I just know it as a single. But anyway, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Laura Branigan there. I got confused. So Wendy's asking what album is this cover of Rise on? It's on the tribute album called Oblivion that's on Bandcamp. And all of these tracks come from that record. I know. It's like all of them are going weird. Oh man, but you know what? It's getting better. The studio is getting better. It is. It's going to take some work to get it to like behave the way I want it to behave, but it is what it is, you know. That's what I get for like not planning ahead on the streams, but you know. But it is difficult, but I have a lot going on, you know. I am working on 2 records at once, maybe even 3, which is really crazy. I swear to God, I'm crazy. Oh, I am crazy. And, you know, like everything else, sometimes I'm fighting a bit of like my own inner demons and my own inner battles. And, you know, some of you who are my friends know what this is like. I am like sometimes fighting myself more than I'm fighting the actual thing that I have to do. So anyway, it's been a very, very good week in the studio. I've been very happy with the studio recently. The change I made has been really, really good for me. And I'm on the next phase, which is kind of syncing the software between the two. Because I have 2 studios technically. My other one is in the living room, which is my what I call my work computer. But I tend to like that one sometimes because it has a big window next to it, so I can watch outside. And that's the one I take with me out to the park when I feel like doing some work out in the park. And particularly now because it's getting warmer. And so as it gets warmer, I'm going to get out more. And so, you know, that, and I'm trying to get a little bit more fit to have, you know, physical stamina when I'm on stage. So it's, you know, I've been wanting to get ready for this for a while. And so since gigs are coming up, I've been doing my morning walks, going further and further out every time. So I'm working on 2 to 3 miles a day. If I can pull that off every day, I think I'll be fine. And that's helping with my headspace, which is good. That's always good, you know, to fight depression is, you know, you got to do physical exercise, and that makes me happy. And then being in the studio and feeling comfortable makes me happy. So in that sense, you know, and these are the things that I keep doing these things wrong over and over again, which is like I'll be on a really, really good regimen of exercise and getting out and getting sun and doing all this stuff, and then I screw up, you know. Join in on that yoga class. Oh my God. What Steve's talking about is that we drove down Ocean Boulevard in Long Beach, and every day at around 11, there's a whole yoga thing that happens in Long Beach, and people come out from all over the place, and there's like at least 200 people doing yoga, which is really funny. I'm usually gone before the yoga people come, but yeah, it would be funny for me to be doing yoga out in public. Maybe I'll do it one of these days, and I'll film it so you guys can laugh at me doing yoga, because I think that would be funny. But I'm actually kidding. I won't do that. I won't ever do that. I might threaten with it, but I won't do it. It's just not my character. I'll do weirder things than that, though. And believe me, the weird things are coming. I was plotting out a few different locations that I want to go shoot, do some shoots at, and I have to pay a visit to one of my favorite strange places soon. So I'm gonna take the camera out, microphone, and a whole weight kit, and do some weird stuff. And because right? Anyway, yeah, yoga. Okay. Steven. All right. Here's a song. I'm just gonna play like back to back right now. I'm enjoying this. So here we go. Fast forward.
When I speak out and react to the secrets of love, it doesn't matter when open wounds of its lost make everything stop. It doesn't matter when all the bombs in my head go off all at once. It doesn't matter now. I see the future We lie together all the time. The future is mine.
Excellent vocals on that, by the way, my friend. The reason I asked you if it was hard was because you said it was different. So was it that you were singing out of your register? Were you singing, like, well, you know what I mean, Claudio, yelling at YouTube videos? You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, I can't believe this is on the news. And then I'll get all pissed, and then I'll have some chocolate, take some tea, or, well, usually it's coffee. But here's a funny thing about coffee. It both gives me energy and makes me sleepy. So usually I'll just pass out on the couch after drinking a cup of coffee, yelling at the screen. That's usually what happens, right? Usually what happens. But I yell at the screen a lot. I really do. I do it too much, actually. I do. But anyway, let's talk about something else. But no, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed listening to this tribute. I haven't, like I said, it was a while since I'd listened to it, and it was so much fun that I thought it was perfect for tonight. Because after, of course, having done that podcast, and if you haven't, we had the link up earlier in the chat, so you'll have to scroll up or whatever. But I'll try to be studious and dutifully put the link to the Soul of Synth Pop episode on the YouTube tomorrow when I, finally get into YouTube and do some updating. But just so you know, I read every single comment that I get on YouTube. I read every single comment that I get on Facebook, Instagram, all that. I don't always respond. Just bear in mind, I don't always respond. I don't have time to always respond, but I love reading them, even the bad comments. I don't care. So I will definitely see your comment, and if it's interesting enough, sometimes I'll read them out loud. But anyway, no, I can digress a little. I have a little bit more to digress in there. Then I'm going to read that article on how New Wave saved my life. No, I'm kidding. But I'm going to be reading. I'm probably going to relate to a lot of it. I could tell by some of the little snippets that I read. But it's all good. It's all in good fun, man. But definitely thank you, all of you, for being here with me tonight. I know it was a kind of a weird one, kind of off kilter, but it's not the music part, just me. And I know I can't always be on and whatever, because this is 100% live, and I'm not it's not a pre-recorded thing. I would probably be so much better if I did it pre-recorded, because I would know exactly what to cut. But of course, as I'm doing it in real time, it's difficult. I'm still not used to it. But no, after this, I'll go yell at the YouTube screen for a little while I read that article, and then probably fall asleep on the couch. Although I'm trying not to fall asleep on the couch tonight, but I probably will, because I feel like I'm going to watch a movie or something after this, because I'm in that mode. But anyway, next week, I'm hoping I'm going to do a stream next week. We're going to see, because I have rehearsals. So what I might do is set up a rehearsal inside the studio in here, because now it's kind of set up for rehearsals. So now I can actually rehearse and actually sing, and then, whatever. So maybe I'll do that next week. If I do, I will let you guys know on Tuesday if it's feasible. The reason I say if it's feasible is because it is hard to rehearse in this room. It's not going to be an easy thing, because I don't like wearing headphones when I'm rehearsing. So I'm not a fan of it. But I'm going to try. We'll see if we can do it. I know I've done a few rehearsals like that, and I know you guys like that, but it's not always the easiest on me. But anyway, I'm glad that you shared this time with me. And, hey, stay cool. Anyway, I'm going to play I'm going to play another one that I quite liked quite a bit before I end it off. And it's going to be it's like two short ones back to back, but what I'm going to do is save the last one as the ending bit. But this one, I don't know. This one was fantastic. I'm just going to play it. You guys enjoy it. And then I'll come right back and then we'll say our goodnights, okay? And you can still chat with me on the moon. On the moon, as it were.
Blackbirds dance among the roses on the garden walls. They like the passers-by on the nameless street. All these hours undone. Sounds of sandals on the curbstones echo in my head. Oh, the way the love has dwindled in the end. All these hours undone. I tried to avert your love. You brought me tears like rain. With poisoned gestures, they took their toll. All these hours undone. All these hours undone.
So awesome, man. Just so brilliantly awesome. Um, I was going to pull up. I don't know if you guys know this, but I think it's on here. Let me see. Sorry, I'm looking for something and I'm like, yeah, if you go, I don't know if you guys have heard it, but it's funny. I did a version of All These Hours and it's really raw and it's on the Anything Box Bandcamp. See, this is why you should be following me on Bandcamp because you'll miss things like this. There's a video of me doing All These Hours, which was from one of the streams. And for a certain record that can't be mentioned on this particular stream. Otherwise, some people get mad, but that's just the way it is. But anyway, while I'm here, one last time, I am playing in New York on March 29th, Brooklyn, more accurately. And the links to all of that will be in the chat tomorrow. And of course, you can find that on anythingbox.com and join me because I'd love to see you there. Anyway, we've come to the end of the evening. And I'm going to play one of the funniest renditions of a song, and I was trying to remember who the heck did this one because this is not one of the common ones. Ah, there we go. This one is from the band called Digital, and this is going to be my pretty much the ending bit while I turn things off in the studio and I get myself out of here. So I will see you guys hopefully next week, and like I said, I'll try to see if I can score a rehearsal that you can tune into, and maybe the stream will be a live rehearsal. I'm going to certainly try to make that happen because I think it would be fun. I think I have the gear set up in a certain way that I could probably pull it off. I may have to bring a couple extra pieces in here, but I think I can make it work. So anyway, and but I'll keep you posted. Once again, the best place to follow me is on Bandcamp. And I'll definitely appreciate that. But of course, there's a lot more to A-Box. If you look around, you're going to find interesting things. Anyway, I didn't even get into the talk about NFTs this week. But don't think for a moment that it's over, because it's not. I will get back into that. But anyway, last song, Carmen by Digital, and we're going to leave it at that. At the edge of the empty world, Carmen's the name that evokes the fear and shame from the people that she left behind. Oh yeah. She had the spirit to live a life so free. Although many people wanted to clip her wings, she ran away. She broke away the chains that they wrapped around her heart. That's me singing. The people said, out of all the things she's done, the worst one was just leaving without saying goodbye. The people said, out of all the things we've done, the worst one was just leaving without saying goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, oh. Goodbye. Oh, oh. Sing with me. Carmen. Whoops. Ready? Go. Carmen.
cried out, Carmen, their voices died out. Carmen, their voices cried out. Carmen, their voices died out. Just one day in the life of this fool. Just one day in the life of a fool. Just one day in the life of a fool. Just one day in the life of a fool. Just one day.
I'm part of it. Can't you see it?